it's Ian the Off-Kilter Crafter. I hope you're having a great day today. Recently, over the Christmas holiday, I had the chance to catch up on some YouTube videos that I have been wanting to watch. As many of you know, I do watch a crafter. Her name is Kristina Werner. You can check out her channel. I'll make sure to link it up over in the iCards. And I'm also going to link to a specific video that I wondered if I could maybe recreate. Now, the reason I say that is because in this video, she put together a gift card envelope out of glitter cardstock using a die set. And I wanted to see if maybe my Cricut might be able to do the same thing. So in today's video, we're going to ask the question, does it Cricut? A lot of times I get inspiration across YouTube, Pinterest, and other Instagram sometimes, all sorts of different locations, and a lot of times I will see on Facebook that people want to put together a project, but they're not exactly sure how to do it. Luckily enough, this one was a fairly easy one, but I want to show you that you can do what you put your mind to, and sometimes you can even make it a little bit better. There are a few small differences in today's video that you're watching right now and Kristina Werner's video. I want to make sure to give her full credit for this project. I'm not trying to copy her. I'm not trying to steal her idea. I wanted to see if I could do it my way and see how successful it was compared to hers. Now, of course, she's an amazingly talented artist, and I could never get to the level that she's on, but, you know, I try with each video. But her project came out nicely, and she used a little bit of a different technique. She used stamping to do the label on the front as opposed to mine, which is a print and cut. You could do all sorts of different ways to make the same idea work. Hers is also a Christmas themed project. This one is going to be a birthday themed, but you could use them for just about anything. Weddings, all sorts of different things. You could definitely, even just like, who doesn't like random gifts? Like a random, oh, thank you, here you go, here's a gift. I'm getting way off subject. Anyways, so today I'm going to be using some brand new glitter cardstock from Cricut. It may be not specifically new, but it's new to me, that I ordered during the Christmas holiday after having one too many glasses of eggnog. Let's just say I was quite surprised when the package showed up at my doorstep because I didn't remember ordering it, to be 100% honest. But I'm so glad that I did, and I found this project to be a perfect use for that glitter paper. So let's go ahead and put this gift card holder together. So these are the glitter sheets that I got from Cricut. I really was surprised at how many sheets there are in each package. There are 10 sheets that are 12 by 12 glitter cardstock. This one is in rich red and this one is sapphire blue. I was really pleasantly surprised when I opened up the package and saw how vibrant the colors are. They are very, very vibrant. Sometimes you get glitter cardstock and it's glittery, but it's just, there's not much depth to it. With these two colors, at least, it is quite a wonderful surprise at how well, it's hard for me to describe how cool the colors look. I don't know. They look great. I love colors. I love saturated colors, and both of these colors are very, very saturated. Today I'm going to be using the blue sapphire, or sapphire blue, I should say. Like I said, they are 12 by 12, and you don't have to have any special mats. You just need the standard Cricut mat in order to cut these. You don't need the deep cut blade either. These will cut just with the regular blade as well. So let's go ahead and open up this package, and let me pull out this card. I love the fact that right on the top, you may not be able to hear me at the moment because of all the rattling. I love on the top, though, it includes the cutting of, or in the instructions on how to cut the glitter cardstock. It tells you to put the cardstock on the mat and load it into the machine. You're going to select your images and all that. I've done that over on the Cricut app. Then you're going to refer to the cut guide table for machine settings. It does include the Cricut Create, Cricut Expression, Cricut Expression 2, the Cricut Imagine, the Cricut Mini, and the Cricut Explore machine. So it tells you how to set your blade, pressure, speed, multi-cut, blade assembly, all that kind of stuff. Of course, for the Explorer, all you have to do is set the dial to custom and set it on glitter cardstock. It's just that easy. That's why I love my Explorer. So let's go ahead and pull this glitter cardstock out. I haven't actually had the chance to feel it yet. And it's, you know, every time I look at it, it just gets better and better. Look at how awesome that is. It's going to be a white board on the back. And let's do this finger test and see. There's nothing on my finger. There's no glitter. There's no glitter coming up. That's the other thing. Sometimes with glitter cardstocks, you rub your finger across it or rub your hand across it and it looks like you had a lap dance or something. So that's really great that the glitter sticks onto this cardstock so well. I can't wait to cut this. I really can't. This is going to be very, very exciting. I'm going to go ahead and load this up. I've already loaded my image up onto my app here. Let me see if I can get that. There you go. I've loaded it up. I have my 4 gift card holders just right there, and I've loaded up this with hearts because there was going to be extra cardstock sitting around, or extra glitter cardstock I should say, sitting around, and I didn't want that to go to waste at all, so I'm going to go ahead and cut everything out just on the glitter cardstock here, so that way I can have some extra glittery hearts. This would be really cool. I could imagine cutting this out for with a TARDIS. That would be really, really awesome. I'd love that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this all loaded up and put into my Cricut and get this all cut out. Okay, now that I have everything ready to go, I have put my cardstock, the glitter cardstock, into the Cricut, and I have set my dial to custom. I need to, per the instructions that were given from Cricut, I just need to go find glitter cardstock, which should be under the G's, which I have passed. Okay, I see what it is. I was looking for glitter cardstock. It's cardstock glitter. Cardstock, comma, glitter. That's what you're going to look for. Let me see if I can point it out here. So whenever you're looking, look for cardstock and then glitter. It's 0.6 mm. So I'm going to select that. That is going to be what I use. And then all I have to do is hit go on the Cricut. Alright, here it is out of the machine. I haven't started pulling it apart yet. I did notice that it used the scoring stylus twice over each score line, and then it also used the blade twice over each cut that it was doing. I just make sure to remember to put your scoring stylus in whenever you're doing this, because I almost forgot, and you know, it's not a big deal because you just, you know, start over again, but just make sure you put your scoring stylus in so that way you're not scrambling to hit the pause button or whatever. So let's go ahead and start peeling this off of the Cricut mat and see how well it did. Gotta say, I am super impressed with how well it cut through the cardstock. Typically, I found whenever using glitter cardstock, it sometimes doesn't cut all the way through, and you have to kind of fight with it a little bit. This just came, it was smooth as butter, as Laura Bassa would say. Have a little bit left over. I don't think it's enough to really do much of a project. I may snip off a few pieces and experiment with it. Maybe put some glossy accents over it to see what that looks like. Now, I am getting some glitter, it looks like, on the tabletop here. That's, of course, because it's been cut and those areas are falling off basically. So it's not a big deal. Yeah, this is really cool stuff. Let me get the rest of these hearts off and I'll meet you back in just a second. I've done a print thin cut with this Neenah Solar White 110 pound cardstock. This cardstock is a pretty heavyweight cardstock, and since this is going to be going on the outside of it, I figured I would go ahead and use a pretty heavyweight paper just to complement that, and also so that way as it may possibly get bumped or jostled or, you know, stuff happens. I wanted to use a paperweight that was pretty hefty and could stand up to whatever I would be throwing at it, basically. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these out. I'm going to cut this out on poster board, which may be a little overkill, but I just want to make sure that it's going all the way through this paper, because I have had experiences in the past where it didn't make it all the way through. So let's go ahead and cut this out. Now that I have everything cut out, I'm going to go ahead and start assembling. It should be fairly straightforward. I can see the marks for where I'm supposed to fold things over. If you wanted to, you could take a bone folder and give it a once over just to make sure that it's creased. Score lines, that's the word I was looking for. And when you start bending the cardstock over, it shows up. A lot of people I've heard on many different platforms have said that they cannot find the score marks whenever they're working with it. With the glitter cardstock, it is going to make it a little more difficult to see where those lines are, but it is fairly straightforward when you start bending it over where that line shows up. It'll automatically show up on its own. Now I'm noticing a little bit of cracking happening on the very edge. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not. Let me see if I can focus my camera so that you can. But basically, because it is glitter cardstock, there is going to be a little bit of cracking that does happen. It's not doing it. Let me see. There you go. So there's a little bit of cracking happening on the edges. Not going to be a big deal though. So just, you know, it's fine. It's not a big deal. So then I'm going to fold over the top edge like so. And if you really wanted to get fancy dancy, you could take a pen and mark the edges in black or some other color that coordinated with this cardstock. It would be fairly simple to do that. So anyways, I'm going to use some multi-medium matte from Ranger, and I normally like to use dry adhesive, but because this cardstock is very firm, I want to make sure that it does glue down nicely, so I'm going to use some of this. It's really strong adhesive. If you haven't used this before, I highly recommend it. It is from Ranger, and I really love this needle tip on it as well. It's an accessory you can buy from many different places. My place that I go to is Simon Says Stamp. So I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of this adhesive right along the edge. You don't want to add too much because you don't want it to gush out on the sides. So you fold one side in, and now I'm going to fold the other side in, and I'm just going to apply pressure. I'm going to add some adhesive to the bottom. Just like that, and fold that over and in. I'm just going to hold everything down for just a moment. A trick that a lot of crafters use is they will take a acrylic block and set that on the cardstock, and that will keep it nice and firm and held in place. Alright, I walked away for a few minutes to let the adhesive dry. I put 2 of my acrylic blocks onto it to help keep it closed and allow that adhesive to do its job, which it has done quite nicely, I may add. A little bit splooged out on the sides, but not a big deal when it really comes down to it. So here is our glitter envelope. There's 2 ways you could do this. If you wanted to, you could glue this onto the front like so and have it be like this. Or you could use some adhesive and glue it down on the back to help keep that closed. Maybe add some foam squares, or there's multiple ways to do this, multiple different kind of techniques, if you will. Also, another way to seal this up would be using these glue dots. They are removable, so you just pull them off of the sheet and you can seal up your package with the way you use these is you just tear off one and get it onto, it's kind of hard sometimes to tell which side it's come off on. Most of the time it's going to be on this clear side. Just attach it to your envelope, like right about there. I'm going to stick that on there and peel away the backing paper and stick that down, and you have a closed envelope. You could also take this and attach some baker's twine just to make it a free, loose little end for the balloon, because to me this feels a little bit like it is not finished. So I think I might add a little piece of baker's twine that just kind of dangles there. So you can grab your gift card, just open up your little pouch and put it in. And there you go, just like that. I really like how this looks. This is really, really cool, and it's definitely going to get your recipient's attention, because who could miss this beautiful amount of glitter and gorgeousness? Now, just for fun, I tried putting a little bit of glossy accents on top just to see what would happen, and I found it quite interesting because bubbles formed from the glitter because it's not a smooth surface. So bubbles formed, and as the glossy accents started to dry, it looks like the bubbles raised or lifted up to the dome of the little glossy accents drop. I don't know if y'all are going to be able to see this or not, but it's quite interesting how it formed and what it looks like. Camera focus! Oh, it might help if I was in automatic focus instead of manual focus. There we go. So now you can kind of see it's a little, it doesn't look quite right. I think it could possibly work in the right situations, but unfortunately in this one, I'm not sure that glossy accents is going to work on this glitter paper. So as you can see, when it comes down to the answer of will it Cricut, I would like to say, yeah, it definitely does, and it does so quite nicely. I would really like to try out the glitter cardstock that Kristina Werner used on my Cricut to see what happened, but since I didn't have that around and I had this cardstock, it worked out perfectly. It is very delicate too. I mean, not delicate as in it's gonna fall apart, but I love how details and how small you can make these glitter cardstock pieces. I would love to do this in maybe like a snowflake or some other very delicate shape to see how well that works out. I still have 9 more sheets of this blue. After having experimented a little bit with this glitter cardstock from Cricut, I think I might have to go back online and order some more and see what else I can glitter cardstock create. I also wanted to link you to another video. I'll put it up in the iCards as well. It's from Melody Lane. She put together a Christmas card using the glitter cardstock, and I really like the look of that card and the glitter and all of that. Although I'm not a big glitter person, I'm kind of excited about this glitter cardstock. I don't know what it is about it. It's just, there's something really magical about it. I guess it's because it doesn't get everywhere like most glitter cardstocks do, because at this point my face would typically be covered in glitter as I reached to brush off my face or whatever, but I don't have any glitter on me right now that I know of. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. That lets YouTube know that you like my video, and then we'll share it across YouTube land. Also, if you're not already, hit that button down below that says subscribe. My face should also pop up somewhere on the screen as well. You can subscribe there as well. You can also catch me over on my social media links. Those include Periscope, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and more. Make sure to check all those out down in the description below. I hope everybody has a great day, and remember, keep it off kilter. Bye!